my name is Samar. I also go by Sam or First Time Panner. Any of those you want to call me, you can. That's Rosie. She has the zoomies. Everyone always gets zoomies after the sun sets, which is, of course, when I'm filming this. I just got back from karaoke, so I might look a little crazy because I really go hard at karaoke. But yeah, this will be another introduction. I think this is my final introduction for the year. Other than like I'm doing like eyeshadow palette kind of like series. This will be my final project introduction. It took me a while to finally get this filmed. But as you can see, this is my fragrance project pan. I haven't decided on the name. It's all about fragrance. I know last year I did my perfume sample project pan, but this one will kind of be more general, where all of the fragrance in my collection that I want to get out of my beauty stash is going into this project. I just have a lot that I need to get through, a lot that's really old, but you will see. And I also mentioned a lot of these, actually most of these, in my planning to pan for 2026. I'm trying to get a lot of these out, so yeah, you'll see everything that I talk about, why I want to pan it. But I'm just gonna get started. So everything in this project, of course, has a finish goal, and I'm just rolling everything in the introduction, and then throughout the year we'll see what progress I make. Maybe I'm being pessimistic. I don't think I will be able to completely finish every single thing that's in this project, but I kind of just want to have all of these in a project so that I can like focus on them and have that extra motivation for me to use every single one of these. And I don't know, maybe I'll surprise myself at the end of the year. But obviously the first thing, that's Roxy now, who also has the zoomies. The first thing, of course, is my Bath & Body Works, specifically my old Bath & Body Works body sprays and related. So the 3 scents that I have that are like 10 plus years old are Velvet Sugar, Rosewater and Ivy, and 1,000 Wishes. I panned all 3 of these scents in my last round of Partners in Cream that I did, which was in 2024. But since then I haven't really touched these, and I like totally thought I was using these, and then I realized that was in 2024, like I said, and I haven't used these since then. I'll start with Velvet Sugar because I actually have a body cream to go with that. The reason I got this is because it was like, I got this entire thing for like $3 because it was on like extra clearance. And I do like pairing a body spray with a scented body lotion if I can, so I just bought them and I was like, if I'm gonna use a body spray anyway, I may as well just have a lotion. But yeah, I will be trying to finish the body cream as well because I'll just be panning these together. Like I always use them together, so obviously the goal is to finish this. I don't know why I'm struggling so much. Actually, I do know why. Because I'm always struggling, that's why. But this is where I am with this Velvet Sugar. This is the scent that was leaking. I mentioned in my Partners in Cream in 2024, while I was traveling with, I think I was traveling with like the entire set of this, because at that point I had another body cream and a body wash, and I opened up my luggage during a trip that I brought this with me on, and the reason I'm so far with this is because a lot just spilled out. But the thing is, I can't tell where, like it must be a crack in the plastic or something like that. That's my neighbor's pipes. But I cannot for the life of me find where it is, so I can't like tape it or anything or really do anything about it. So I have since stopped traveling with this so that it doesn't, like, I don't want to waste product, and then also so it doesn't ruin my stuff. But now we just have to like find other times to use it, which I guess will be just every day until I finish it. Then I have Rosewater and Ivy. Although this is not leaking, I feel like I almost have to get through this even faster because I have a full backup of this. Now, I bought a backup when this was first being discontinued. Like, they sell the scent but just not in a body spray for whatever reason. And this was like my favorite scent at the time, so of course I bought a backup, but I bought it not realizing how long just even the first one was going to take me to get through. So I'm currently right here, and I think I have just like a bit more of this left than I have, oh maybe not a bit. I have like, I'm right here with the Velvet Sugar and here with the Rosewater and Ivy, so I do have more of this one left. Okay, they turned their water off, but yeah, I really need to find a way to get through this quickly because then I'm going to have to start panning the other one, which is not as old as this, but still pretty old, like older than it should be. This one though, I think I'll wait until spring to use, whereas I feel like Velvet Sugar is more of a winter fragrance, so I actually have started using this one. I think I used it yesterday, so I only have one use on it this year so far, but I'm already using this as well as one other fragrance in this project, but this one will be more of like a spring fragrance for me. Okay, now Rosie's going crazy. Finally, the 1,000 Wishes. I have the most of this left, so I'm right here. Since the Partners in Cream, I've only used this much. This one is probably, or actually it's definitely my least favorite out of the three. I think because at one point I was panning only this scent, so I was using it every single day, multiple times a day. The body wash, body lotion, and body spray. This was like back in, I think, 2022. And I just got really sick of it. So, I mean, I've taken enough time away from it where in like 2024 I was able to put it in the project and it was fine, but this is definitely my least favorite. I would never repurchase this after I get through this. I'm really hoping I can get through this in 2026, but honestly I have so much of this left. I have like about half of the bottle left. This one is more of like almost a year-round scent for me. But I'll probably use this during more of the colder months. Then my last body spray is this Rogue Love by Rihanna. I used to get this. This is like my second bottle, so I went through an entire one. And then I repurchased it. This was like something I bought at TJ Maxx or Marshalls or something like that. And at one point this was my favorite scent. Like, I was going crazy for it, and then just a few bad things happen with this. Like, this is tied to some very bad scent memories. Like, it doesn't give me anxiety, but just when I spray this I do think about what I had been going through. And then also I was separated from this for a while because this was at my work desk, and then I like left the office for a while and this was like still at my desk, so I didn't have access to this for like over a year. I've been through a lot of crazy stuff in the past 3 years, but yeah, so I'm right here. I think I like tried panning this at the beginning of last year in my, I can't remember what project it was. Oh yeah, it was my 25 and 2025, and then I like swapped it out because I was like, this is way too much to get through in 1 year with everything else that I'm panning. But now I really need to pan this because the reason I put it in the project last year was because I noticed it started smelling slightly like alcohol, and that's always how you can tell when a perfume is starting to go bad. Either that or the color will change. Those are the two identifiers. So like, it still, like even a year later, doesn't smell worse. So I think I'm okay to keep using it just as I was, and I actually have been using it for like the past week, other than the one day that I used Velvet Sugar. But I do need to use this, especially because almost every time I've been to a Marshalls or TJ Maxx in the past 3 years, like I said, I was without this for a long time. I've been looking for another bottle of this and I just couldn't find it, so I don't even think this is made anymore. And I do like the fragrance. Like, I also want to create better memories associated with this, so I do just want to try to get through it. Then, as I also said in my planning to pan video, I want to get through my all fragrances. Mostly I want to get through these larger ones because these are kind of just like meh to me. Like, I feel like if these were not in my collection I would be perfectly fine. with that, and I'm planning on using these in my leave-in conditioner, which is the Shea Moisture Jamaican black castor oil, because that one just smells horrible, like raw ingredients. Julie from Julie's Caboodle Confession said that she tried that once and hers smelled good, but every one I've ever had smelled horrible. So I use perfume to make them smell better, and these have like, you can unscrew the cap, so I just dump a little bit in. That's how I got through an entire bottle last year, and I'm planning on doing the same thing with these two. So I've already started doing like the one that I'm currently using. I put some of this one in there, which is why there's a little bit, sorry, one of the cats found that stray bottle cap that is in my room. That's why I'm down to here on this one. This is the Terrestrial number 98, which is supposed to be a dupe for Alien. Then I also have this one, which is called Mistress. I think it's supposed to be a dupe for Madam or a Madame. I don't really know what brand that is. Yeah, I'm planning on getting through this one first and then just swapping over to this one. I would also like to, I mean, these are probably lowest priority for me, but I would also like to get through at least a bit of the smaller ones too. Falcon is one of my favorite scents in my collection. I think it smells so good. It has that like kind of cola-ish scent that I love. However, I don't feel as attached to this as I used to, because I have since found a scent that smells almost exactly like this, and it has like, the main thing is it has that same cola scent to it. So if this happened to go bad on me, I wouldn't be like trying to scramble to repurchase this. So I'm not, there's dust again. I'm not like in a hurry to kind of use this up and savor every last drop. Then I have Simply Another. I really don't know what the dupe for this is, but it's kind of just like a fresh, slightly musky scent. Again, I do like this, but again, it's not a priority for me, because these all fragrances, I feel like they don't even last as long as like a Bath and Body Works body spray, which is why I do like both of these scents, but I just feel like putting in the effort to pan these would not be as worth it as putting in the effort to pan something else that would like be a good scent to wear all day, if that makes any sense. So these are like, if I get to them, that's great. Otherwise, I'm not too bummed. But yeah, this is where I am for both of these. As you can see, I really do like this scent. I used it quite a bit. Then finally, a scent that I did not mention in my planning to pan, but I really do want to make it a priority to get through this year. That is all of my Tocca Cleopatra different versions of the scent. So I have these two hand creams. This one is older, which is why it's the one that's used, and this is in one of those kind of like metal package or like packaging type containers for lotion, which I hate because they're so hard to use and like squeeze. I definitely want to get through this first, because not only is it older, it's just annoying. And then I have this one, which is in a plastic tube, which, as you can see, it just like snaps back very easily after you squeeze it. I use these as hand cream and body cream, so I think once I start like using the fragrance, it should be very easy to get through these. But these are like a grapefruit cucumber scent, so again, I don't think I would be using these until like the spring summertime. But then I also have one more of these. I panned 2 of these in 2025, and this is just like an atomizer that I got from Ulta, but you can like unscrew it and fill it with stuff. I filled 3 of these. sorry, I'm starting to lose my voice again. I like very nearly completely lost my voice earlier during karaoke. At the end of 2024, I filled 3 of these with a bunch of like, for some reason, when you buy a mini of the Cleopatra fragrance or like any Tocca fragrance, it's like in a tiny like screw cap. Like, it doesn't have an atomizer or a dabber. It's literally just like you unscrew the top and there's this like giant gaping hole that you're supposed to pour the perfume out from. I don't really know why they do that. But that was obviously very inconvenient. So I put all of them in these. I finished all of them except for this one, and I want to get through the third one because it's so full that you can't see past this. I like flip it. There's like a little bit of oil in this because I had a perfume oil in this before, which is another reason I really want to finish this, because who knows, like if that's going to make this go bad even more quickly. But I just flip this around and then mark it that way. So I'm here, it's like basically completely full. Now, this atomizer is like basically a body spray atomizer, but what's in here is a perfume. So I'm like getting double or triple the amount of product sprayed out every time that I would get from like a perfume bottle atomizer. Which means I only have to spray this once. Like sometimes this ends up lasting the entire day, depending on what I'm doing throughout the day. But I only need to spray this once, maybe twice throughout the day for my scent to last all day. So this, even though there's not a lot in here, it does go pretty slowly because again, it's a perfume and it has a lot more strength and lasting power than a body spray. So I would say out of everything in this project, my most top priorities are the Tocca scents. I would repurchase this once I get through this because I love this fragrance, but these are just old and like mixed with oils and stuff like that. So I do want to get through my Tocca stuff, and then I also want to get through my Velvet Sugar because the bottle is cracked, and then I want to get through my Rosewater and Ivy because I have a backup. So those are my three oh, and then I would really like to get through my Rogue Love because it is already going bad, but I have almost the entire bottle, so I don't really know if that's gonna happen or not. These larger alt fragrance bottles aren't really like a top priority, but I know that I could very easily get through at least one of these because I go through a leave-in conditioner in about 2 months, and this is about how much, well, maybe a little bit less because I don't think this was like 100% full when I got it, but I use about this much every time I fill up a leave-in conditioner. So if I just multiply this usage by 6, I will definitely finish this bottle. So that's all for my final introduction of the year. I am very, very excited to be finally getting through a lot of my like oldest scents, especially ones that just aren't favorites anymore. Okay, my cats are going a little too crazy with the zoomies. I need to see what's going on, but I'll see you in my next video, and until then I hope you have a great day or night, and yeah, bye.